Hello and welcome to this week's video. In this week's video, I want to talk to you about feeling tired and actually sometimes feeling wired too. So, if this sounds like you, many of the women that I speak to tell me that they're feeling extremely exhausted all of the time. And I just want you to know that you are not on your own if you're saying yes and nodding along to that. What it is my clients wake up feeling tired. They push on through the day. They sometimes feel that they have to keep on pushing through and using external crutches to help them. By that, I mean things like caffeine, chocolate, different stimulants to help them stay awake and keep them functioning throughout the day. Pushing through like this and then crashing into the afternoon, feeling like they are ready for bed by 3 p.m., needing what they sometimes refer to as a nanny nap or a granny nap because they are just so tired. As I say, not only are they feeling drained, they're also feeling wired, like their brain's functioning at a very high pace with a constant kind of need to do this, got to do that, and it will not turn off. Underneath it all, they're feeling so often guilty because they're feeling tired. They're also feeling guilty because they wish that they had more energy. Guilty as well because, they feel as though they're not being the best mum they can be or the best partner they can be or the best woman that they actually want to be. And if this sounds familiar, please know that you are definitely not on your own. So, what is it that is really happening? What many women don't realize is that their body isn't designed to be living in this constant level of stress, waking up in the morning, having a million things to do, juggling all of the plates and trying to run a household, raise a family, look at after the house, and on top of that, the extracurricular activities for children after school, all of these things, homework, cooking, cleaning, attending work, and completing work tasks as well. Juggling life like this and all of these responsibilities is a huge emotional load. Your nervous system keeps on releasing stress hormones to help you keep functioning. When this happens, those hormones, those stress hormones, cortisol in particular, it's not going to be helpful for you. Don't get me wrong, there is a time and a place for cortisol and for your body to do this in short bursts, that's fine. But when it's constantly happening day after day, time and time again, that's when we start to get quite poorly and feel lethargic and exhausted. We're living in survival mode. We're not actually living in our normal pace. We're constantly got that switch on that's survival mode's been activated. When this happens, it's our body's way of prioritizing protection. It's trying to help us. And when this happens, there's no way we can actually restore because our body's got this constant drip of this extra stress cortisol hormone going massively through the body. So, what does this mean? It means that you can go to bed at night, you can try and get an early night and go to sleep. When you do, you might find that you're waking up in the night, you've got your mind's ticking away, you've got 101 things coming to the brain, waking you up in the evening. Sometimes the last busy clients, like, did you sleep well last night? They had all the best intentions in the world. They went to bed earlier than ever before, but they're still waking up 2 and 3 times in the evening, or they're lying in bed for hours before they actually drift off to sleep. When they do wake up, they're not feeling fully recharged. They're constantly on the go. And when this happens, the body is definitely not able to fully switch off. So, why do you feel wired, but also very tired? Well, exhaustion, it prevents us from being able to relax. It drains us. It stops us from being mentally calm and peaceful. We're actually in this high mental alert state all of the time. This is absolutely key to driving us into that restless state into the evening. Your body's learned to stay on this high alert mode all of the time. It's become its norm. So then it's really finding it hard to turn this off. It's not to do with you being broken. It's not something that's just individual to you. I see this time and time again in practice with so many women. It's because you've been carrying far too much for way too long. First thing to do is remove the self-blame. Understand that this is not a weakness. It's not a lack of willpower. That's something that I hear time and time again. Like, I can't believe it, Caroline. I just don't have any willpower anymore. That is not what this boils down to. And you are definitely not failing. It's actually biology. As I said, that switch has been flipped. We are constantly in that high alert, turned on mode. So that cortisol is constantly being leaked from us. It's constantly being pushed out into our system. It's trying its best to protect us and to keep us functioning, but it's actually working against us because it's always turned on. And, your body's just doing its thing. It's exactly what it's supposed to do when we're in this high level of stress. Often it's doing what it needs to do. It's keeping us within that state. It's releasing that stress hormone. The beautiful thing is that what I want you to understand more than anything is when your body does finally start to feel safe again, everything can return. So you can turn back the clock. You can start to feel energized again. You can start to feel like you again, not keeping on pushing through harder. It's not about that, not having to gain more willpower. And supporting your nervous system, reducing the stress overload, and creating moments of true safety and restoration throughout your day is going to be the best vehicle to getting you back to feeling like yourself again. That might sound really daunting. You might think, how on earth, this is what I hear all the time, how on earth am I supposed to create more time to relax, to zone out, to reduce my level of stress when I don't have enough time in the day as it is? I promise you, there are so many ways. Just the smallest little shifts can make such a big difference and can really help bring your body back out of that survival mode, back to a state of peace and calm. When that happens, women often say to me, they feel calmer already. The sleep that they're having is deeper. They stop crashing in the afternoon. They stop with that 3 p.m. energy surge where they're just completely exhausted all of a sudden. And, quite often they'll say they're reaching for biscuits, chocolate, caffeine at this time to try and help push them through into the evening. They do just start to feel like themselves again. I promise you, you're not on your own. This can all be changed. It's a matter of us addressing what's going on with you, what's happening in your own biology, and bringing it back down to basics so that we can start to feel like ourselves again and have that energy back. So if you've been feeling exhausted for a very long time, please, please, please hear this. You are definitely not lazy. You are not broken. Your body's doing exactly what it should do to protect you. And with the right support, I promise you, you can learn to feel like you again. If this has resonated at all with you, if you feel that, actually, what Caroline's saying, I feel exactly like that, then that's good. And just know that you are not on your own. You're not alone in this. You deserve to feel energized. You deserve to feel calm. And you, most importantly, deserve to feel like yourself again. If this helped you understand what your body's doing or what it might be going through right now, please know that you can subscribe to my channel for top tips every week for busy women just like you who are navigating this crazy, crazy life, navigating all of the busy and bringing ourselves back, finding ourselves again, feeling that energy and feeling fantastic. I promise you it's possible for you. Keep on listening. Take a slow breath today and just remember that you have been carrying a lot. You're not on your own. You take care.